I ran my first road race when I was 4.
Despite being barely old enough to tie his shoes.
In order for me to finish the race, had to tempt me with a Starbucks donut. Ready?
Chesterfield native LB Omohundro has been hitting the pavement running for as long as he can remember.
They had a morning running club that I used to do. My dad would wake me up real early and we'd go over there and run some laps. Went to St. Chris for high school over on the West End. Ran track there and then got lucky enough to get the opportunity to run at UVA.
Now a graduate student at UVA, Omohundro says he wanted to find other ways to stay active, so he began mountaineering and found the best way to prepare for it was running long distance.
Over the course of the weeks, we just got really into it and enjoyed it and became passionate about it. And that kind of transitioned into, all right, you know, what's the next step with this running thing?
And for him, next steps meant new challenges. So he figured why not make his next race his longest one yet.
Since I had a little bit of a running background, I felt like I had a good base to just kind of like jump into it and see what I could do. And so that's what triggered me to actually want to run 30 miles. And then Dave, my friend who does the alpine mountaineering with me, was like, well, just run a 50K because it's 31 miles.
When making the decision to run a 50K, Omohundro wanted to put a purpose behind his passion, so he partnered with the SPCA to raise money through their annual Dog Jog.
Other than my love of dogs and my dad, who's a board member there, I have a good friend named Larry who's got PLS.
Primary lateral sclerosis is a motor neuron disease that can impact a person's ability to move.
He really struggles with everyday tasks, moving around, speaking, but his devotion of dogs is like truly inspirational.
Omohundro met Larry about 6 months ago while working.
Seeing that, I was like, all right, well, I can take a couple minutes out of my day so that he doesn't have to be worried about certain things.
He says his friend's love for life and passion for helping both animals and people is what motivated him to dedicate this race and the money he receives to the Richmond SPCA.
His house is, decorated with dogs and horses, and he's a huge animal lover and very passionate about that, and was super kind. He would show up and if he had old clothes or things, he was always giving it away to different people, like always really cared.
Nervous but determined, Omohundro says more than anything, he hopes to make his family and newfound friend proud.
There's really not a better friend, but I think he'll be in the back of my mind for most of it. His love for animals.
Now, LB will be running here at Pony Pasture on Saturday, March 16th, and that's a week before the Dog Jog. He invites anyone to come out and run with him, whether it be the full 50K or just part of it, and he says feel free to bring your furry friends with you. In Richmond, I'm Joy Foltz for CBS 6 News.